be tamed. There's fire in my blood. Burn.
Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Championship here for round 7 of the Formula 2 Championship as we visit a brand new venue in the F1 feeder series. We are here at the Hockenheimring for the first time in Formula 2 for the German Grand Prix. Yes, Formula 2 at a brand new venue, and it's at none other than the Hockenheimring. Obviously this race has brought us very, very exciting and thrilling races in the past, and especially in Formula 2 I think we are going to be treated to a very, very good race. But yeah, first man out is Aditya Bagus for MP Motorsport, as we just have 20 minutes of qualifying underway. I will go through the track. So the Hockenheimring Baden-Württemberg, located in the Baden-Württemberg region of the town of Hockenheim. This circuit was first opened in 1932, 90 years ago it is now. Originally called the Dreieckskurs, which means a triangle course in German. The circuit was over 12 kilometers long, and yeah, it was obviously shaped like a triangle. The track was cut down a few years later, obviously, and they didn't race here during World War II. But eventually motorcycle racing came here during the 1940s, and the circuit saw some Grand Prix racing here over the years until Formula 1 came here in 1970 it was. And it's run here intermittently all the way to 2019. Obviously there's been a slew of many different series here as well. Formula 2 has run here back when it was called GP2, as well intermittently from 2005 to 2016. So as the series rebranded to Formula 2, Hockenheim was dropped off the F2 calendar. But yeah, there's been a lot of different series here as well. Stuff like Rallycross, the World Sports Car Championship, TCR, GT Open, and even the NASCAR Euro Series, for those who know what that is. But the track details then, it is 4.574 kilometers, 17 turns, and a race lap record of 113.7, but that was set back in 2004 in an F1 car. We're going to see slower lap times for sure. As Bagus is the first man across the line, so 126.317. Rodrigo Jimenez is next across the line. There's Ida Weitz, who goes fastest out of the bunch. Obviously, Ida Weitz, he has a grid penalty. I believe it is a four-place grid penalty for the Swede due to his little run-in with Daniel Wale last time out. It's a 3-place grid penalty for Ida Weitz. It is. I just received confirmation on that. For what happened at Silverstone. If you did miss the Silverstone race, by the way, make sure to go watch it on our YouTube channel. That was a fantastic race. I have to say, it's up there with one of the best F2 races of all time, honestly. It was a fantastic race, and we had a pretty surprising winner. As we have all the times coming on the board. Adam Hidayat has gone fastest, followed by Håkon Olsen, and Eduardo Silva in P3. There's Jean-François Birlot in P5 for ART Grand Prix. As there's Emil Nilsson across the line, obviously didn't go the best for him either. At Silverstone, Nikhil Walji across the line as well. There's Will Parrish, Aditya Bagos improving up into P6, Daniel Wall up into P16. That is not where the championship leader wants to be at the moment. Emilia Konishina, that is where she wants to be as she goes up into P4. And Rosetta Martinez is the last man across the line. And that's all the 20 times on the board then, and it is none other than Adam Hidayat in the Trident, who is currently fastest with a 125.8 around this brand new venue as the Indonesian comes into the pit lane. There's Daniel Fraser in P12 as he has got, I believe that would be Håkon Olsen behind. As there's Ida Weiss, the man in P5, currently will be P8. As obviously he has grid penalties that will be coming, unfortunately for him. He's down to P6 as Alex Broster up into P5 goes the Brit. In the Campos, obviously his teammate Rosetta Martinez down in P18 as there is Jean-Francois Bilot, and the Frenchman goes up into third with that lap time. He's actually equaled Eduardo Silva's lap time of 1:26.066, so that's actually pretty interesting. But Bilot is out of the top 3 as Emil Nilsson has gone 6,000 of a second faster than both Bilot and Silva as the Estonian puts himself up into the second row. Across the line as well goes Daniel Wale as the Chinese driver goes up into P14. Once again, not where he wants to be, especially as he's trying to bounce back from that DNF at Silverstone. As Rosetta Martinez goes across the line, it's P16 for the man from the Philippines. As we got about 13 and a half minutes remaining. Adam Hidayat on pole position, obviously our first ever pole sitter he was in Formula 2 at the Bahrain Grand Prix back in 2017. Driving for Trident, obviously. So it's quite symbolic to see him back on top there. But we'll see if he can keep on to that, or if anyone else will be able to challenge him. Obviously, Hidayat is the only one in the 125s. As I just say that, Alex Broster, he's topped the timing sheets with a 125.867. Goes about 200 of a second faster than Adam Hidayat. Oh my goodness, the timing on that was impeccable. As Daniel Fraser, yeah, he's having a bit of a run in here with Hidayat. I think he might have just given the rear wing of Hidayat a little touch there. But nothing that should be too major. As Fraser's teammate Nilsson now goes fastest by a tenth of a second, so 125.723 for Emil Nilsson. And the Estonian has gone fastest here, Hockenheim. So that is yet another pole sitter. Hidayat down to P3. Broster in P2 then. As Daniel Wale sets yet another improvement, he goes up into P12. So he is finding steady improvements, Daniel Wale. We'll see if he can get himself into the top 10. Obviously, his championship rival Nilsson currently sits at the top of the timing sheets. And Emilia Konishina, who is only 4 points behind, mind you, is sitting in P7. And I have to say, the championship in the top 4 is insanely close now as we head out of Silverstone. Daniel Wallace sits on 54 points. He leads the championship from Emil Nilsson on 52 points, as he's only 2 points behind. Emilia Konishina is on 50, so she's 4 points behind. And then you have Matthias Poco, who is on 49 points, so he's only 5 points behind. So everyone, the top 4 in the championship, are only separated by 5 points, which is absolutely crazy. And then you got some of the other guys there. Ron Chotanos is on 11 points. He's 11 points behind. Jimenez is on 40, he's 14. And then Matija Dragovic, obviously, who won, spoiler alert, who won the last race in Silverstone to take his first ever victory, is only 18 points behind the championship now. So it is insanely close now in the championship standings, and it is fantastic to see that everyone is really just trying their hardest to get in the championship. As is Rodrigo Jimenez, as I think that was Alex Broster, who he had a bit of wheel-to-wheel action with, but I think Broster did let him go there. Jimenez, obviously, who is an IndyCar race winner. He took pole last time out at Silverstone, could not convert that into the victory, unfortunately, for the Brazilian, but he did score his first ever Formula 2 podium as he came home to finish in second place. as Will Parrish is just going to go across the line to start his lap. Man who scored, obviously, he scored pretty good points at Silverstone, finished P5. And he's always scored a podium at France as well. Other than that, it's not been too good for the American. Either way, he's going to have to hope to impress here at the first ever German Grand Prix. Obviously, his teammate Ron Thomas, the race winner, is outscoring him by 13 points in the championship at the moment. So Will has got to kick it up a bit in this later half of the season, obviously, as he rounds turn number 12 or 11, that is, as there's either Weitz up into P4, Rodrigo Jimenez up into P5. Shame for the Weitz that gets hit with a grid penalty at this moment, where it seems to be qualifying very well. But that is the price you got to pay. You reap what you sow. So we're going to see what happens. There is Ron Chotanos, and he's gone fastest. The man who was on pole position in Tuscany. Sorry, no, he wasn't on pole in Tuscany, but he dethroned the man who was on pole in Tuscany, as Ron Chotanos has now gone fastest from Emil Nilsson, and then Emilia Konishino goes up into P3. It's a fantastic lap time from the ART Grand Prix driver, as Will Parrish goes up into P9, but Rowan Chotanos, that's fantastic from him, as he might be on for a first pole in his Formula 2 career with 9 minutes remaining. But we are going to wait and see, though, as there was Matthias Poco across the line to go P10, number 10 into 10th place. We are going to see, though, if Chotanos will remain on pole position, as he's taken it by about 8 thousandths of a second from Emil Nilsson. Obviously, those two dueled quite a bit at the Tuscan Grand Prix. As there's Jimenez into the pit lane, the Weitz is going to finish this lap. The man who's down in P6, where can he go? And he goes back up into P4, ahead of Broster and Hidayat. So Alex Broster is just going to start his lap as Eduardo Silva now goes P10, pushes his fellow Brazilian Matheus Poco out of the top 10. Silva's teammate Hidayat now down to P6 he is, as he was on pole in the first few minutes of qualifying. He's going to want to find an improvement here as Ron Chotanos is into the pit lane, as Hidayat makes his way round the final corner here. Let's see if Hidayat can set an improvement as he goes across the line, and it is no improvement for Hidayat just yet. Indonesian will stay P6 for the time being. Will Parrish is just going to start his lap there, just made his way across the line and into the first corner, as he heads into turn number 2, the braking zone, and then through turns 3 and 4. Now through the long and winding turn 5. And now into the braking zone of turn 6. You're going to have a prime overtaking opportunity here, as Emil Nilsson retakes the fastest spot in qualifying now, 1:25.5. So that's actually a massive improvement for Emil Nilsson. That's always being held up by the Sauber Junior team car there. I think that is Jimenez. Broster has gone P2 now, so he's closing in that gap on Nilsson by about a tenth of a second. It's almost 2 tenths, just about. It's just under 2 tenths of a second. Daniel Waller's down in P17, championship leader, really not having a good time, and this is going to cost him a lot, as Emil Nilsson is currently fastest. Ron Chotanos is P3 and Emilia Konishino is P4. So if Waller doesn't get it together here, he could lose out massively in the championship, as he will head through turn number 8, Mercedes, as Will Parrish goes P7, Jean-Francois Bilot up into P13 as well. Daniel Waller, obviously the man who scored a lot of podiums in IndyCar, and then went on to take 2 wins in a row in the opening race of the season. Did fantastically throughout those races, obviously. Was a remarkable performance from him, as there's really Sunevik. What on earth, as the man in the MP Motorsport has gone P2. That's a fantastic lap time from Rickard Sundvik as there, Daniel Walla up into P6. That is what he needs as he gets himself into the points ahead of Ida Weitz. Daniel Fraser going into P11. But Daniel Walla, that is great stuff from him. As he gets himself into the points. Says Eduardo Silva up at the P9. But Rickard Sundvik, what a lap from the Swedish-Korean driver in the MP Motorsport. It's fantastic stuff from him. Obviously, he scored a podium at Austria, remember. So, I think he's looking for more of the same here at the Hockenheim ring. Yeah, it's a great stuff from Sundvik. Obviously, he's not been having the greatest of seasons just yet. I mean, he has scored a P2, but then again, he's not really been setting the world on fire. And it's not the best season for MP Motorsports, as they're battling with Carlin for that last spot in the championship. As there's Jose Martinez across the line, and the three-time Formula 2 race winner goes up into P12. Obviously, he's not been having the greatest of seasons either, despite being P9 in the championship for the time being, as he's down to P13. That's their man, who's now P7 in the championship. The man who won last race is up into P12. That's Rodrigo Jimenez up into P10. You can see Matija Dragovic sporting some new sponsors as well on his car. He's got the big Fiat logo emblazoned on that side pole. So nice to see some sponsors beginning to get aboard the newly crowned race winner. As he is on a lap here as he rounds the hairpin. Now towards turn number 7 he will go. Should be flat out in these cars, I do think, into the braking zone of turn 8. Watch out for that inside curb as Emilia Conditioner goes up into P3, and Matheus Poco, the Brazilian in the Prema, up into P6. That is a fantastic lap from him, but it's down to P7 as Ida Weitz is up into 6th place. Will Parrish into the top 10. He goes a lot of improvement with 3.5 minutes to go as Will Parrish goes up into 10th place. He's down to 11th as Nikhil Walji up into 5th. That is a great lap time from the Canadian. It's down to P6. That was Roland Chotanus up at the P5. And I failed to mention Rosetta Martinez in all this, as he has gone up at the P7. As there's Matija Dragovic up at the P11. Daniel Waller there is just in P10. As he's been knocked down quite a bit. Dragovic down to P12 once again as Rodrigo Jimenez is up into P11. So a lot of improvements now in the later stage of qualifying. We'll see though if anyone is able to challenge Emil Nilsson at the top. Will it be a third pole for Emil Nilsson this season? As an incredible statistic if he does secure pole, obviously. And I think he will actually be I think he will actually hold the record of most poles in F2, if I do remember correctly, because he'll tie it. Right now there's 3 people, or there's 2 people who are tied on the all-time poles record. It's Thomas Mandic and Rosetta Martinez, all set on 3 poles, and Emil Nilsson is in a tied second with 3 other people. He's currently on 2 poles. And you know, it is very it's very interesting to see. As Jimenez dives into the pit lane with 1.5 minutes to go, I do not think he will be going out again. As Håkon Olsen's into the pits as well. P17 it is for the Norwegian. That's not the greatest lap time from him. Abdija Bagos in P18. Can he improve? No, he can't. The Indonesian, who's been pointless the entire season, once again will start out of the points as Alex Broster and the Brits go fastest by 300 of a second with 1 minute to go. Could that be the pole for Alex Broster? He hasn't secured a pole since the Austrian Grand Prix in 2017. It could be 2 seasons. It's been 2 seasons without a pole for Alex Broster. Could it be again for the Brit? We will wait and see, as his fellow countryman Daniel Fraser went up at the P10, but we are going to see now. As there's about 45 seconds to go. Emil Nilsson is on a lap time here, Because if he decides to finish this up through the first sector, he goes 6,000 of a second off. He is on Alex Broster in the first sector as Daniel Wale goes P7. Now then, as he rounds turn 5 and now into turn number 6, the hairpin late on the brakes there, and then clipping the apex. A bit of a poor exit there, but I don't think that should compromise him too much. Ron Chatan sets an improvement. He stays P5. Eduardo Silva sets an improvement as well. The Brazilian's got himself up into P11. As we've got about 10 seconds remaining in qualifying, as Emil Nilsson rounds the chicane. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0, and that is the checker flag now out. We're waiting for 11 cars to cross the line. Aditya Bago sets an improvement. He gets himself ahead of Håkan Olsen, and he's the first man across the line. But we're going to watch Emil Nilsson as Alex Broster sets an improvement to his pole time. It's a 1:25.457 for Alex Broster. Let's see if Emil Nilsson's going to finish up this lap, as he will. Let's go around the final corner with Emil Nilsson. Will it be Broster for the pole, or will it be Emil Nilsson as he's going to cross the line? Can Nilsson do it? No, he does not improve, and he will stay P2 here in qualifying, so it's not the pole for Emil Nilsson. Let's see if anyone else can do it. Daniel Wale might have a shot if he does finish this lap, though I think he is coming into the pit lane. Yeah, Wale aborts his lap, so he will start P7 at best. As Adam Hidayat's going to come across the line, the Indonesian. Let's see what he can do, as he's down in P15 at the moment. Can he improve? And he can! He goes P4 with that lap. So fantastic lap time from Adam Hidayat, and he's got himself onto the second row. Roman Chatanos is next across. Where can the Dutchman go? He goes P3, and he knocks Rikard Sundvik down to P4. If the Weitz is next across the line, Weitz does not improve. He's going to start P14, as he has a 3-place grid penalty. Matija Drogovic will be the final car across the line, I believe. And he is. So that means that Alex Broster, after 2 seasons without a pole, is back on top in qualifying, as he takes pole position for the inaugural German Grand Prix. And yes, that is very, very interesting. We will just sort out the field real quickly, as he devises his grid penalty. So we're going to fix that up real quickly. That is why we won't go to the race directly. So we will be getting on this shortly. But yeah, Alex Broster, big news for the Red Bull Junior, as he's finally back on pole. Obviously, he as I did previously mention, Broster has not secured a pole position since the 2017 Austrian Grand Prix, which was the race that he won. And I have to say, I have to say, it is looking like a bit of redemption for the old dogs. Matija Drogovic, obviously, who won at what was I going to say? Who won at Silverstone? Obviously, he doesn't even have a race win, not be it a pole position or even a podium. And he finally secured his race win at Silverstone, so it's better late than never for Matija Drogovic. And Alex Broster, obviously, who's been out of the... I mean, he hasn't scored a podium in so long, I think. If I do check here, he actually hasn't scored a podium since, I believe it was the Austrian GP. Yeah, it was. That was his only ever podium. And it was at the top step at Austria. So, could be redemption for Alex Broster. We will wait and see. But Emil Nilsson, obviously, unlike Broster, he is pushing for the championship. So, we're going to see where Broster can go. It's not going to be easy defending from Emil Nilsson, but we were going to see. We never know what will happen. And then I got Ron Chotanus in P3 there as well. So Chotanus looking to throw himself back into the championship. Obviously, he's 11 points behind at the moment. So he's really doing a great job at the moment. And then you have Konishin up there as well. Wallace somewhere in the top 10, but he's starting behind. So he is at the disadvantage. But we'll see what he can pull out. Well, yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Emil Nilsson is currently in prime opportunity to take the championship lead. Currently, I would say, but we don't know what is going to happen. Anything can and will happen, so it's gonna be interesting. As we're here for the starting grid, then, so let's go through the starting grid before lights out for the first ever Formula 2 German Grand Prix. It's Alex Broster. The man is back on pole position after 2 seasons without a pole. He's back in the P1 spot, and lining up alongside him on the front row is Estonian Emil Nilsson. And Rowan Shotano starting in P3, the Dutchman who is currently P5 in the championship, followed by Rickard Sundvik, the man who's P12 in the championship, starts P4. Adam Hidayat is P5, followed by Emilia Konishina in P6. Then we have a surprise, Nikhil Walji in P7, followed by Daniel Wall, the championship leader, in P8. That's Rosetta Martinez in P9, followed by Matthias Poco rounding out the top 10. And behind Poco is his fellow countryman Eduardo Silva in P11. Daniel Fraser starts P12, followed by the other Brazilian of Rodrigo Jimenez in P13. Ida Weitz, after his grid penalty, will start P14, followed by Matija Drogovic, our last time out race winner, starting down in P15. Obviously nowhere he'd want to be after Silverstone, but we'll see what happens, as Will Parrish starts in P16, followed by Audi Tiabagos in P17. Håkon Olsen is 18th, followed by Jean-Francois Billon in P19. And taking the final spot on the grid will be Kuben Grissom. So let's get underway with the first ever German Grand Prix here at the Hockenheimring. It's Alex Broster on pole for the first time in 2 seasons. The lights are coming on. Can Emil Nilsson do anything in P2 as we got 6 lights? And we're on the way for the first time at the Hockenheimring. It's a good start for Alex Broster, I think. And yeah, look at that. He's pulling away into the first corner. Nilsson can't quite do much. He's going to try it on the inside line, but it's going to be Broster who leads into turn 1. So good stuff from him. Nilsson might have to defend from Rowan Shotano's there in P3. As Sundvik might be under pressure from Adam Hidayat there as he headed into turn 2. So Shotano's on the outside line. It's going to have the inside into turn 3. But they are going to be wheel to wheel as they're going to head into the chicane, or the hairpin, sorry. As Broster will lead comfortably into the hairpin, but Nilsson's going to have the inside line into the hairpin. Then as they're going to go into the hairpin, Shotano's trying to take a wide line to try and maximize his exit here, as Hidayat is dueling with Sundvik there as well. Nilsson and Shotano still side by side, battling it out for P2, as Nilsson's on the inside line there, as Shotano's gets the better exit, and he gets it for P2 now. As there's Walji and Wallace side by side. Nikhil Walji is trying to get the Chinese driver, as Walji's going to go round the outside as they head out of turn 10. Now into turn 11. Mobile 1's going to be Walji on the inside line. Walji's going to try to swing around the outside. But heading into the Zach score, it's going to be Walji on the inside. And Walji's going to have to go the long way round, as they will still be wheel to wheel through the chicane. They will go. Walji going a bit too far out on the track though, and that's going to allow Daniel Wall to defend his P7. But as we approach lap 2 out of 23, it is Alex Broster who leads from Rowan Shotano's, Emil Nilsson, Rickard Sundvik, and Adam Hidayat. There's Ida Weitz as he's got himself up into P12. He's chasing down Matthias Poco currently as he's looking to claw his way back up the order. Those positions he lost by the grid penalty. As they head through turn 2 and 3. He's probably going to get a good run through the hairpin into turn 6. We're going to see them as they will head down into turn 6. There's Matthias Poco as he's chasing down Rosetta Martinez for points. Ida Weitz, is he close enough to try it on Matthias Poco? As there in the back is Jimenez on Parrish. And Drogovic is dueling with Håkon Olsen as well. The 2 dance cars going at it as Jimenez has gotten past Will Parrish for position, as there's Drogovic now on Eduardo Silva, so he's gonna try it on the Brazilian on the outside. Silva shuts the door though, and Drogovic can't quite get past just yet, so he will have to stay in P16 and maybe watch out for his teammate Håkon Olsen there in P17. Obviously would not want to go pointless, as Rowan Shotano's, that's not Rowan Shotano, sorry, that is Will Parrish, who is currently chasing down his teammate, or not his teammate, sorry, Rodrigo Jimenez in P13, as they're behind us Eduardo Silva. But as we approach lap 3, it is Rowan Shotano who set the fastest lap of the race. It's a 1:27.318 for the Dutchman, as he's about 7/10 off Broster for the time being. So we'll see if he can close up to Broster in the time being, but he's keeping that gap quite consistent at the moment, Alex Broster, as Emilia Konishina is currently chasing down Adam Hedayat, but she does have none other than championship rival Daniel Wale behind. So if she does slip up here into a mistake, when she did have quite a poor exit, because here comes Daniel Wale on the inside line there into turn 6. Konishina really gonna have to defend now from the championship leader, as the two championship rivals will go head to head. But I think it is going to be Konishina, as she's just about the car length ahead as they head to turn 7. Konishina successful defense from Daniel Wale, as there's Parrish on the inside of Eduardo Silva, as he's going to go on the inside of the Brazilian. He gets the better exit though, Silva, as they're going to be wheel to wheel through the chicane. Silva on the inside line then, as they will head through turn 11 as well, side by side. It's going to be Parrish on the outside. He's got the inside line into the Zax curva, as it's going to be on the inside there. It's going to allow Silva to get the better exit, I think, as they're going to be wheel to wheel. And yeah, Silva getting the better exit, as Parrish going a bit too out on the track there. That's going to allow Silva to get ahead for position, as Emilia Konishina still chasing down Adam Hedayat. Ron Chatanos set yet another fastest lap in this race. As you can see how close Konishina is to the back of Hedayat. Hedayat is losing time on Sundevik in P4. So, yeah, it is imperative for Emilia to try and get past Hedayat as soon as possible. But she might have to watch out for Daniel Wale behind us. I think Wale has got the run on Konishina. We're gonna see though, as they head into the hairpin. We thought about it, Daniel, as he's having a look on the inside, trying to pressure Konishina into the mistake, but nothing's coming out of that just yet. As Parrish dueling once again with Eduardo Silva. Parrish really wants to get ahead of the Brazilian, as he's going to be on the inside heading through turn number 7, but Silva gets a better exit and thus is able to clear Will Parrish for now. So yeah, he's lost a bit of time there to Silva as they headed through turns 9 and 10, and that's allowed Matija Dragovic to catch up. Here is Nikhil Walji in P8 at the moment, is the Canadian, as he is chasing down Daniel Wale. Gonna see that we can see how much Emilia Konishina closes in on Adam Hedayat throughout the third sector, but she just can't get past Hedayat in the first sector here, as Alex Broster's now at the fastest lap of the race. So might he be starting to pull away? May I wonder, as we see these two head through turns 2 and 3. You see Konishina quite close to the back of Hedayat, but is she close enough for the move? I don't think so. Eduardo Silva, though, he decides that he is close enough for the move, as he's going to go on his fellow countryman, Rodrigo Jimenez. He got past Will Parrish, or he defended for Will Parrish, should I say, and he's now attacking Rodrigo Jimenez as they head into turn 7. Silva's got the exit as they head through the turn number 7 here. But now into Mercedes, it's going to be Jimenez on the inside as he takes the curb a bit, and that's going to allow Silva to get the better exit through into the chicane, as it is going to be Silva on the inside line there. Through into turn 11 they will go, and it's going to be Jimenez who just about gets the better exit there, but they're going to be wheel to wheel heading through Zux, and it's going to be Silva on the outside. He should get this done on Jimenez now as they head through the chicane, and he does. That is Eduardo Silva up into P13, so nice stuff there from the Brazilian in the Trident, as Alex Broster said, yeah, another fastest lap. So even though he is saying fastest lap after fastest lap here, he isn't really pulling away from Ron Chatanos too much. That gap is still about 0.8 of a second, so it is still alright, as there is Parrish on Jimenez. He's gonna try to the turn 2, so he's getting quite frisky here, Will Parrish, as he has a look to the inside. He's going to switch to, or on the outside that was, he's going to switch to the inside though, as he is going to be wheel to wheel with the Sauber Junior team driver As late on the brakes is Will Parrish on the inside line here, as Jimenez is going to have the better traction round the outside though. There in the back is Jean-Francois Pilot and Kuban Grissom as well, but we're gonna focus on this battle, as it's gonna be Parrish on the inside. Now into Mercedes. Parrish using all the available track that he can. And through the chicane they will go. Parrish on the inside line there through the chicane. And then into Mobile 1. Parrish on the inside line once again, as Jimenez tries to go the long way around. Now Parrish is going to be forced the long way around as he heads into Saxco, and I think this should allow Will Parrish to get the move done as he goes on the curb. And yeah, Jimenez taking a bit too much of it, and that is going to allow Will Parrish to get past for P14. So that's Jimenez down yet another position, as Broster set yet another fastest lap. Could it be for the Brit? Have to wait to see, but here's Eduardo Silva in P13 as he's chasing down the Devites for 12th position for the time being. As you can see, he is closing in on Vites quite a bit throughout these first few corners, but he isn't close enough to try just yet. As there's Håkon Olsen with a dive on the inside of his teammate, as the two Dams cars are gonna duel for position. Olsen with a much better exit on the inside line there. I think he has gotten it done, but Dragovic is still gonna remain defiant as he's gonna try it on the inside line. But Håkon Olsen, that was a great move from the Norwegian, and that's him up into P16. Fantastic stuff from Håkon Olsen. And that's him up into P16. Meanwhile, here's the battle for P4 between Hidayat and Sundevik. Hidayat trying to chase down Sundevik's 4.7 seconds of Emil Nilsson, but I don't think anything's coming out of this just yet. So Hidayat, we'll see if he is able to make the overtake. As they head through the first corner. And now down to turn number 2 and 3. You see, I think there is a train forming behind Sundevik here, as Konishina and Wale are here as well. They're not really moving anywhere, or it's just Konishina at the moment. We'll see if Wale is able to catch up later. As Hidayat, there is that Sundevik. Yeah, that is Sundevik. Sorry, I think I misread the gap. Sorry, that was a bit dumb of me. But yeah, there's a train from behind Sundevik here. We'll see though if he's able to overtake the Swedish-Korean driver though, as Emilia Konishina might try to take advantage of this and try and make the move on Adam Hidayat. So far though, nothing has come out of it just yet. So we will see what happens. As Alex Broster says, yeah, another fast lap is a 1:27 flat for the Brit, as he's about a second away from Roland Chotanus at the moment on lap 9 out of 23. So Broster is really pulling away. So that is quite interesting actually. I thought Chotanus would have it in him to try and make the overtake on Broster, but no, it seems like Broster's really got the pace now. As Nicky Lewaji is chasing down Daniel Wale as well. He's getting quite close to the Chinese driver. As you can see, he's gone a bit wide on exit though, and that could compromise him a bit actually. Might lose a tenth or two to Daniel Wale. So yeah, he's gonna have to claw that distance back. Konishina still chasing down Adam Hidayat. Nothing coming out of that just yet. as Alex Broster once again with the fastest lap. So he is really just punching in those laps, Broster, and he's pulling away with the lead. So it's fantastic to see this type of performance from Alex Broster, as he's really pulling away with the lead. So it's great to see from Broster finally to see him back after what has been a very lackluster season from him in 2019, and he didn't have the greatest season as well in 2018 either. So as we see all these drivers heading through the hairpin, no one able to make the move just yet. And meanwhile, let's go through the position gains. So Ron Chotanos, we witnessed him making that move on Emil Nilsson in the first lap, and that brings him up into P2. That's Nilsson down the place as well. Status quo is held from P4 to P6. Daniel Walla was able to overtake Mikael Walji, and Daniel Fraser, who's up 3 positions. Fantastic stuff from Fraser there, as he has gone up 3 positions. That brings obviously Martinez and Poco down 1. Guido Weitz is up 2, and Silva is down 2. So it's not been a great for him. Parrish is up 2. Jimenez down 2. Olsen obviously made the move on Dragovic. That brings him up 2 positions, and that brings Dragovic down 2 positions. Vargas is down 1, and then Grissom was able to overtake below for P19. Quite interesting then. Daniel Fraser really doing well to get himself into the points, as he currently is running P9. So fantastic stuff from Daniel Fraser, as always. See that is still chasing down Sundevik. Look how close he gets on the braking to Sundevik, but he just isn't able to find the opportunity. And I think that one little spark to maybe try and make a move could set off the entire grid here and make a bunch of overtakes like a wildfire, you know. But we'll see if he can get close enough to make the move. As we see them all head through Zach's turn number 13. Rounding the final corner as well, Alex Broster has not set the fastest lap this lap, surprisingly. I know it's a very high standard for the race leader, but hey, we'll see if he is able to do it. Either way, he's keeping that gap to Chotanos quite well. It's about 1.1 seconds now, so it's increased by a 1/10 from last time we were talking about it. But just look at the gap from Sundevik to Nilsson. It's huge. You can see there on the track map on the right there. It is absolutely huge. Yeah, that it really goes to show that the top 3 are really on another level today. Or it's just Sundevik holding up everyone. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see if any one of these drivers are able to get past really Sundevik in the following few laps. As we see them around the final corners once again. Obviously, I believe in this scenario that if things do finish like this, I believe Emil Nilsson would take the lead of the championship. Obviously, considering that he will score 15 points, and Walla will score what would it be, 6 points? Yeah, he'd score 6 points, so Nilsson would take the championship lead by 7 points. I think it would be. And Emilia Konishina is currently running in P6. That would be 8 points for her. Now I gotta think. Oh, I hate math. Thank God we got the spreadsheet for that, so. Meanwhile, a bit further down the field, here is Matija Dragovic, who is chasing down Håkon Olsen, his teammate, trying to re-overtake his Norwegian teammate for P16. Obviously, this is not the greatest race for Dams. This is not how they would like for it to go after their successes in Silverstone. So it's a bit of a shame for them. But what can you do? As Alex Broster, there he is again, setting the fastest lap. As he set up another fast lap, was a 1:27.029 for Broster. And yeah, that is him extending his advantage over the field once again. So yeah, I wonder how long though, because we have had instances of people catching up in the past and closing gaps. We'll see if that does happen again. I do not think it will happen though. We'll see. As Konishina really is closing on Hidayat here, but I think she's stuck in this little train here and she can't fight her way past. So you see this train is absolutely huge at the moment. So no one's really able to get past each other. Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see if Konishina is able to get past. Obviously, in this scenario, we would have even Nilsson taking the championship, but it's still such close margins at the moment. It's Broster, yet another fastest lap. Come on, man. It's a 1:27.005. Could he get into the 1:26s? We will see. It's essentially just time trial hot lapping for Alex Broster at the moment. As here is Ide Weitz, and he is chasing down Matheus Poco actually. So could he be able to try and get past the Brazilian for P11, may I wonder? We are gonna wait and see. Daniel Fraser, he's on the back of Nikhil Walji as well. So Fraser's made up 3 positions, could try and make up a 4th. He's gonna try the late line from Daniel Fraser on the inside line here. As Walji's gonna defend on the outside line. I think he's got the better exit as they head out of the hairpin, and he has. So Fraser not able to try it on Walji, but still he gave Walji a good run for his money there, as Walji is losing time on Daniel Walla behind. But yeah, Fraser, that was a really late lunge from Daniel Fraser. And yeah, I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, and it didn't, unfortunately, for Fraser. I think he should try and get a little closer next lap and then try it. So we are gonna see if Fraser is able to get past. As lo and behold, Rickard Sundevik is at the fastest lap of the race. Oh, I've seen everything now. Yeah, that is Rickard Sundevik, who set the fastest lap of the race, and he's actually pulling away from Adam Hidayat. What a twist! Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Either way, we're gonna witness Daniel Fraser. I think he is gonna try it on Nikhil Walji. Will it succeed this time? As no, he does not try it this lap. So he is staying behind Nikhil Walji for the time being. But yeah, that is crazy. Sundevik's actually beginning to pull away from Hidayat. I wasn't. That was the last thing I was expecting. But yeah, here we are. as Will Parrish is chasing down Eduardo Silva for P13. He is still hungry to try and get past Silva here, Parrish, and he just hasn't been able to the entire race. I mean, he's tried it on several occasions, but he just hasn't found his way past yet. As Daniel Fraser is chasing down Nicky Waldi as well. Rickardson yet another fastest lap. What on earth? Where did this pace come from, really? What on earth? Yeah, there it is. I have no words. I mean, that I did not expect that. Either way, here's Ida Weitz, who is chasing down Matthias Poco as they head into turn 3. Weitz not with the best exit out of turn 3 there, and yeah, that won't do him any favors. As Daniel Fraser chasing down Martinez. Martinez is the one behind him. He's chasing down the man ahead of him, Nicky Waldi. As Will Parrish is chasing down Eduardo Silva as well. Nothing coming out of that, just as Parrish wasn't really close enough into the hairpin. I've noticed that drivers do like to overtake into the hairpin. That's the prime overtaking opportunity here at the Hockenheim ring. Obviously, why wouldn't it be high speed? Obviously straight or high speed corner into a sharp braking zone. So yeah, it is interesting. Either way, here is Daniel Waller as he is chasing down, I believe, Emilia Konishina. Yeah, that is Emilia Konishina. Who else would it be? It's not like it's gonna be Jean-Francois below and last. Oh my goodness. As they head through turn 2, then through turns 3 and 4. You can see Waller quite close to the back of Konishina here, as they will head down turn number 5. And now into the back zone, turn 6. Will Waller be close enough? No, he is not. Not this lap. So Waller is going to stay behind for this lap. I think he's going to have a quite good opportunity to try it on the next as well. So we will wait and see. As you can see, the Waller taking a bit of an alternative line through turn 8 there. I think he's trying to maximize his exit now to try and get the best run possible on Emilia Konishina. As they head through turn number 12, this is, not 13. I'm mistaken, I said 13 a few laps ago, but this is turn number 12. This is turn 13. Now through turns 15 and 16 they will go. As obviously for Daniel Waller, every point will matter for the Chinese-American driver. As you can see how close he gets around turn 2. Now through turns 3 and 4. Let's see. As they will head down turn 5. Will Waller be close enough? I don't think so, actually. To the ART Grand Prix car of Emilia Konishina. No, he is not. He's about like 5/10 off, so won't be any moves tried from Daniel Waller there. As Parrish is chasing down Eduardo Silva. Once again, I feel like I've said that a million times now, but yeah, Will Parrish just has not been able to get past Eduardo Silva for this entire race. I mean, he's caught up to him once again, but still just hasn't been able to get past him. As Rowan Shotanus, has he caught up to Alex Broster? Yeah, look at that. He's Rowan Shotanus. He's caught up to Alex Broster for the race lead now, so I may have been right about that. Broster obviously was going to be able to push forever, and I think Shotanus He is now gonna push for the race lead, and I think might he be close enough for moving to turn 6? We are gonna see as they're gonna head into turn 6. No, Shotanos remains behind, so he's gonna stay in P2 for the time being. He's gonna try to remain patient, and yeah, he will try and pressure Broster for the lead. There's only 3 laps remaining, remember, so Rowan won't have too much time to try it on Broster here. As there in the background, just you can see Emil Nilsson there in P3. He's just hanging about there. Either way, I think in this scenario he will take the lead of the championship either way. But Rowan Shotanos, this is his prime opportunity to get himself into the mix of the championship battle, and this could really propel him up the order as they head through the final few corners. Lap 21 to 23 is 3 laps remaining now, just about, and you can see how close he is on Alex Broster. Having to go a bit wider to try and maximize his exit here into turn 2. They will go. I think Nilsson might be catching up as well. Could we have a 3-way battle for the lead on our hands here on the final few laps of the German Grand Prix? We will wait and see as Shotanos, he's gaining on Alex Broster, but is he close enough? That is the question. No, he's not. So Broster might be safe for this lap as well, I think. We are gonna see though if he is close enough as they head through turn 7. Broster's just gonna have to defend for his life from Rowan Shotanos as he's gone over the curb there a bit, and that's not gonna do him any good. But we're still gonna see. I think he should be able to recuperate the lost time. As they head through turn number 12. See 5 tenths separate Broster and Shotanos, and there's Nilsson behind. That guy was about 1.9, it's down to 1.1. Now then, as they will round the final corner to start lap 22 out of 23, it's about 2 laps remaining now for Rowan Shotanos to try it. He's going to have to nail these corners perfectly to try and have a shot at taking the lead from Rowan Shotanos, or from Alex Broster, sorry. As they head through turn 4, out of turn 4 they will go. It's looking good for Rowan Shotanos. We're going to see, is he close enough to try it on Alex Broster, as he is gaining a bit on the Brit here. But no, he's not close enough. He can't try it, and I think it is going to come down to the final lap of the race. So we are going to see what will happen as they're heading through turn 7, and I think it is going to go down to the lead now, as Shotanos has a look on the inside line there through turn 8. But yeah, he's going to have to push like hell throughout sector 3 to try and shave as much of those precious tenths off on Alex Broster to try and line himself up for the move then, as they head through turn number 12. Emil Nilsson's there behind as well, but I don't think he is close enough to get involved, unfortunately for the Estonian. But we are gonna wait and see though, as now, as we are on the final lap of the race, rounding turn 1 for the final time, it is the experienced veteran Alex Broster looking to take his first win after 2 seasons, and Rowan Shotanos, who's looking to take his first win after 4 races. So we are going to see what will happen then as they head down to turn 5. Now we're going to see, is Rowan Shotanos close enough? I don't think he's got the exit to do it. I think Broster might have done it. And yeah, as they head into the hairpin now, Shotanos is not close enough. I think it might just go to Alex Broster here, but it's not over until it's over. We're gonna see what will happen. As you see, that gaps up to 8 tenths, so Broster is actually pulling away. Has Shotanos maybe pushed too much as he was trying to catch up to Alex Broster? We're gonna wait and see as they round the chicane for one final time. The turn 9-10 chicane. Now through Mobile 1. And you can see that, yeah, gaps up to 8 tenths. I think he has got it. Alex Broster. And as he rounds turn number 12, now through chicane for one final time. It's been a lengthy 2 seasons for the Red Bull Junior without a winner, without even a podium. But that all comes to rest today as he rounds the final corner. Alex Broster wins the German Grand Prix, and he is back on top. With 2 seasons without a win, finally, he is back on top at Germany. And it's Rowan Chatalis in P2 and Emil Nilsson in P3 to take the championship lead from Daniel Waller, who finishes P7. And yeah, everyone just coming across the line then. Condition at P6 there as well, so good result from her. And that is it. So Alex Broster, he wins the German Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff from him. And it is Roland Chatanos who stays P2 there. Obviously, could not get Broster for the lead there. And then it is Emil Nilsson in P3, followed by Rickard Sundevik, who gets the fastest lap as well. So it's 1 point to the Swedish-Korean driver in P4. Adam Hidayat finishes P5, followed by Emilia Konishinen in P6. Then it's Daniel Waller. I don't believe he'll be leading the championship after this round in P7. Nikhil Waji in P8, followed by Daniel Fraser. It's a great result from him in P9. It's Rosana Martinez in P10. Matthias Polk in P11, followed by Ida Veit in P12. That's Eduardo Silva in P13, followed by Will Parrish in 14th. And it is P15, Rodrigo Jimenez, followed by 2 Dams cars of Håkan Olsen and Mattia Dragovic, P16 and P17. Aditya Bagos, P18. And the final two finishers are Kuben Grissom and Jean-Francois Bilot. And that is it for Formula 2. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a very, very interesting race. And it's time for driver of the day. I am going to give it to Alex Broster. I know it's bland giving it to the race leader, but hey, you know, it's been 2 seasons without a race win. And, you know, he's done fantastically. Defending from Roman Chotanus from his final few laps. And he came home to secure a great victory for his team. So, yeah, great stuff from Alex Broster. And I think this is going to give him a really, really big boost in confidence. So, yeah. Good stuff from him. And Alex Broster, you are my driver of the day. And yeah, that is it for Formula 2. Thanks so much for watching. We have got plenty of more ACOC action coming up later this week. Tomorrow will be the Formula 1 German Grand Prix at the Hockenheim Ring, obviously. And then on Sunday, we will have Formula E back for the Tsukuba E-Prix at the Tsukuba circuit, so make sure to not miss that. But that's been it from me. I've been Miran FG, your commentator as always. Thanks so much for watching. The ACC will return tomorrow for Formula 1. Thank you and goodbye.